Hello, I am Liam. Today I am going to be talking about why the telephone is the best invention of all time. Some facts about the inventor are these. Alexander Graham Bell was born on March 3rd, 1847 in Edinburgh, Scotland, United Kingdom. He died August 2nd, 1922 in Beinn Bhreagh. Alexander Graham Bell died of diabetes. Alexander Graham Bell resided in Canada, the US, and the United Kingdom throughout his life. He was an inventor, a scientist, an engineer, a professor, and a teacher of the deaf. He taught at the University of Edinburgh and the University College London. He also had a wife who was Mabel Hubbard. Mabel Hubbard was his spouse until 1877, until death. One last fact about him was that he was awarded multiple awards. In 1902, he was awarded the Elliott Medal for his invention of the telephone. In 1907, he was awarded the John Fritz Medal. Research was done, and no information was found on a reason why. The likely reason was that he created the telephone. And lastly, in 1912, he was awarded the Elliott Cresson Medal for electric transmission of articulate speech. The telephone was invented by Alexander Graham Bell in 1876. Here is a physical description of the telephone. This is an older model of the telephone. What it could do was call for assistance, such as 911, call people to talk with them, or communication, business, such as business deals that you would want to make with other people, offers such as those made on the radio and in advertisements, verification to make sure you wanted to do something and protect against impersonation, radio talk shows, which was a larger thing throughout early 1900s to now. Here is another example of the telephone. This is a model made by Apple in November 2017. Things it could do was manage certain apps and servers within communities, manage certain communities, cough cough, Reddit, Steam, Discord, and YouTube, which are very common among my gamer bros. It could manage business, check the news, play games on it, see stock prices and stock points, and manage groups and send messages to administration in many different places, and do more. Some characteristic traits of Alexander Graham Bell are these. He was likely smart, knowing how to be able to transmit radio waves across long distances to create the telephone. He was also likely persistent because it would take a lot of time to design a machine that could send articulate messages across long distances. And lastly, it was kindness. The last character trait is kindness because he created a patent but allowed other people to use it, and he sold it. He allowed it for public use, and he could have just kept it for himself and people near him, but he allowed others to use it. Here are my arguments for why the telephone is the greatest invention. First off, one reason is because it has been used to save multiple lives by calling emergency numbers for all sorts of things. The most common life-saving number is 911 in the United States. Another reason the telephone is important is because it has been used to quickly transfer information to different places. Overall, it has allowed people to communicate over long distances as they please and is extremely reliable for many things. Another argument is this. Another great thing about the telephone was that it was small and eventually portable. It led to innovations of the telephone such as the iPhone. The extension of the telephone, the smartphone, was able to entertain as well. Smartphones would be able to be used at a distance, once again complementing emergencies such as a fire or where a building would collapse. Things such as Siri would go on to be useful if you were in a dangerous situation and needed to be attention or work on not dying. A final argument for why the telephone is the most important invention of all time is because it was easy to use, and after a while it became very cheap. Not only was it a life-saving device, it would soon be something for recording animations or recordings, playing games, creating new businesses and jobs with phone technology. The list does go on. This device that could do anything from download an app to play on before a job interview to saving dozens of lives in a shooting would be cheap. It would be portable, it would be influencing, and it would be life-saving. Now you might ask what the future of the telephone is, and let me tell you, it has a good future. Likely new features will be added to make phones have more computing power and more secure. Other things such as phones that are more water resistant for longer could be new. More storage would be added, as well as better resistance to the elements. Overall, the phone is a good invention that has a good future. The end.